Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Just arrived at the yard, about to go pick up a load right now. And first, let's turn on the truck, get it warmed up. I haven't turned this truck on in about, I think, 2 days, 3 days. So I'm getting back to work right now. And let's get it turned on. All right, let's make sure the oil level is still good before I make my way to the pickup. Everything looks good. And the coolant is good. Everything is good. And what you want to make sure when you are doing your pre-trip, just make sure nothing is leaking, no coolant is leaking, no oil is leaking, and you don't see any leaks. And just make sure your brakes are good, all the wiring is good, nothing is cut and stuff. And everything looks good from here. I checked the washer fluid too, so everything is good. Let's close up the hood. Got the truck turned on, check the engine, check the tires, check the brakes. Everything looks good with the truck. And I know so many of you are looking to start your trucking company, become owner operators. So what I want to do in this video is I want to go over exactly what to look out for when you go buy your first truck. Most of you are going to buy a used truck. So I think this video will be very helpful for those, again, who are looking to start their company and what to look out for when going buying equipment. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out the trailer a little bit because I do have a load that needs to be picked up right now. And they're very strict. They said trailer needs to be super clean. No, nothing, no pallet pieces, nothing in the trailer. So let's clean that first and then make our way to the shipper. And along the way, what I'll do is I'll go over all the things that I looked out for when buying used equipment. And maybe this video will help a lot of people out so you guys don't make the wrong choices, because these equipments, like trucks and trailers, they're not cheap. They're a lot of money. So you want to make the right decision. You want to have the correct knowledge. So first, let's go clean the trailer up, and then we'll make our way to the shipper. All right, guys, just clean my trailer. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get the vacuum and make sure I pick up all these pieces. And then I am getting late to my pickup. My appointment is at 12 o'clock, and right now the time is 11, and it's only 45 minutes away. So I don't want to be late. Let's head back in the truck and start driving. I'm running behind schedule because my appointment time for pickup, it is at 12 p.m. and right now the time is 11:18 a.m. So, and it's about 35 minutes away until I get to the shipper. Don't want to be late for an appointment because the broker did tell me that they're very strict when it comes to pickup times. And for those who are looking to start your own trucking company, set up your own authority yourself without paying someone thousands of dollars, you can join my Trucking Success Academy. That's where I basically teach you how to set up your company, how to set up your authority, file out all the paperwork yourself. And you don't have to pay someone thousands of dollars because every year you have to renew those permits, and it's just going to cost you thousands of dollars every year to do it. And also in the academy, I teach you how to book loads, how to find loads, how to send out invoices, get paid on time, how to do broker due diligence, how to read rate confirmations. And also I'll go deeper into the topic of when you are buying your equipment, what to look out for. And you guys can check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. It's school.com/Rohit Handa. And if you're interested, you can check it out. If you have any questions, you can always message me on Instagram. And right now, let's head to the shipper. I don't want to be late.
Hi, this is LJ from Backhaul Direct, calling for an update. Still a pickup?
Yes, arrived at the pickup.
What time did you arrive at pickup?
12,
Loading started.
12 p.m. All right, guys, arrived at the shipper exactly on time for my appointment, 12 p.m. So let's go in and check in.
Have you been here before?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna go to 25, okay?
Okay. Thank you. All right, guys, just checked in. Also got the doors open. Let's back into door number, what was it? 25. I think it's next to that Peterbilt right there. So I made it here just on time. I think I checked in at 12:05. So I was like 5 minutes late to my appointment. They did not mind. She was pretty nice. And yeah, let's back in. Before you guys continue this video, if you are an owner operator, you already know that knowing your income is very important. That's why I'm going to partner up with TruckTally. TruckTally is basically a mobile application and a web application for owner operators and small fleets to keep truck and business records all in one place. So what I want to do now is I want to show you guys their TruckTally app. This is the TruckTally app. You can take your fuel receipt, hit scan, and once you take a photo of your fuel receipt, it will automatically extract the data from your receipt and upload it to their application for easier review. And once you hit review expense draft, you can see if everything is correct, and then you can create an expense. Also, you can create trips. So create a trip, put your information in, trip is created. And what you can do is you can take that fuel receipt and then you can edit the expense and add the trip. So you can link the trip to the fuel receipt so it's easier when it comes to tracking all the expenses. So you guys do check it out. TruckTally is now available on the iPhone and Android devices. Also, for limited time, if you do download their app, they're offering a 30-day free trial. And after that, they're giving you 50% off for the first 3 months. So if you guys are interested to go check it out, I'll leave a link in the description, also in the comments below. And let's get back to the video. All right, guys, just backed in, easy back, and this is a very nice truck right here. So let's talk a little bit about what to look out for when you need to go get your equipment. They already started loaning me up, so I want to make this quick for you guys. If you are looking to get into this industry, you have two options when it comes to buying equipment. You can either go the new route or the used route. If you go the new route, you pretty much have nothing to worry about because your new truck and trailer, they come with warranty and it comes with 0 miles. So that's not something you have to stress about. Only thing you have to worry about is if you will be approved for a loan or if you're buying it cash. That's your only worries, right? The main concern it comes is when it comes to buying a used equipment. There's a lot of factors that can either break you or make you. The thing about the used truck is if you buy the wrong one or if you don't do your due diligence, it's going to end up costing you thousands of dollars. It's going to eat away from your profits. And then after a couple months, 6 months, 7 months, when it keeps eating away from your profit, you're going to eventually have to sell it or close your business. So what I want to do is just make sure like you guys have an idea and exactly the steps I took when it came to buying this truck. So the truck I have is a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia. And the reason I chose Freightliner over Peterbilt, Volvo, Kenworth, all those other companies is because with Freightliner, I can go anywhere in the country. Any mechanic will work on it. Majority of them already have parts in stock and it will be no issue. And with trucking, you already know the less downtime you have, the more money you will make. So for example, I know Volvo's out there, people who do have it, they also tell me that. And when I was a company driver, I was driving a Volvo. With Volvos, not like all the mechanics will work on the Volvo because the software that comes with fixing the Volvo, the codes and stuff is very expensive. So not a lot of mechanics work on it. There's only certain shops that do have that software, which is really expensive, and then they will fix your Volvo. So Freightliner for me was one of those companies where I'm able to get my truck repaired and then just be back on the road whenever it does break down. Luckily for me, it never had a major breakdown. Only thing I had to repair was like lights here, replace the brakes, tires and stuff. Nothing major components in like the engine and stuff. So the second option is don't go for the looks. A lot of people, like when they do buy their used truck, they only look at the interior and then they look at like the paint and stuff. They're like, oh, everything looks shiny, the interior looks good, the truck will be in good condition. That, like, don't fall for that scam, because a lot of times what you need to look for is you need to look at the mileage and engine hours. When you go buy a truck, so if you go look at online truck paper, majority of these people selling trucks, they only have the mileage and the year listed. They never talk about the engine hours. And why engine hours are very important when it comes to buying a truck is, imagine you buy or you look for a truck that's 300,000 miles, a 2022 or 2023 year model, but the engine hours for that truck is around 14,000, 15,000 hours. What's going to happen is that engine is really like, it idled a lot, maybe worked a lot of local jobs, and who knows, right? Because it's on the very high end, and by the time you get to 500,000 miles, the engine is going to need an overhaul. So the way I like to buy my trucks is, if it has 300,000 miles, the engine hours should be around 5,000 to around 8,000, 9,000 engine hours. And the lower the engine hours is, it means the truck idled less, and it will last you a longer time, regardless of if it gets to 600,000 miles, 700,000 miles. It's a good truck. So let me give you guys an example. Let's say a truck with 300,000 miles has engine hours of 14,000 engine hours, right? And then on the other hand, you see a truck with 500,000 miles and the engine hours is only 10,000 engine hours. What I would personally do is I would personally buy the truck with 500,000 miles with less engine hours versus the truck that is less miles with higher engine hours. That's just the way you should operate when it comes to your company, because you want a truck that lasts you a long time, not just something you buy with low miles and then in a couple years you're going to need an engine overhaul. So that's the strategy you want to do. When I bought my truck, it was 283,000 miles and the engine hours was only 7,000 engine hours. So also try to look for a truck that has an APU unit on it, because of that, your engine hours are going to be very lower. So let's say you found the right truck, 200,000 miles, 300,000 miles. It's in the right range of the engine hours. It's a good price. Do you just go out there buy it? No, you don't just go out there buy it. What you do is you take a certified mechanic with you, and that's exactly what I did. I took a mechanic with me, ran oil test on it, checked the brakes, checked the tires. You just let the mechanic do his job, because he's a professional. He knows exactly what to look out for, and let him do the full inspection of the truck. Because one, if you find any issues, major or something not major, right, you can end up negotiating with the dealer and you can get a lower price, and it will help you get the truck way cheaper than it really is listed for. So run the test, because what happens is majority of the time, like, you can have less engine hours, you can have lower miles, and it could be a good price, but who knows who owned that truck, right? Maybe they did the oil change, maybe they not, maybe they changed it after 60,000 miles, 70,000 miles. So you want to run an oil test, make sure everything is healthy. And also one more thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you get all the PM service records. So anytime the truck had an oil change, anytime the truck, anything was changed, like the major components, any repairs, you want to make sure they have a maintenance record which you can review, and then you can find out what was changed, what was not changed, if anything was repaired and whatnot, right? That gives you a history of the truck. Now you know the miles, now you know the engine hours, now you know any history of the truck, what's been repaired or not. And then you also know that if the oil sample test came out good or not. And that's what you have to do when it comes to buying a truck. What a lot of people do is to just see a price of the truck. So let's say they see a truck with 300,000 miles is listed for $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, whatever the rate is, right? They just go out there, they sign the paperwork, and then they go on their way. And most of them will fail because, one, they didn't look at the engine hours. Let's say it's at 14, and then they're driving for next year and a half, 2 years, and then boom, their engine goes out. They have to get an overhaul. That's their mistake, because they invested so much of their money and they did not do their due diligence. You always got to do your due diligence, because the amount you're investing in these trucks, trailers, they're not small amounts. They're very expensive. $80,000, $90,000 is not a small amount. So just always do your due diligence, and that's how you will find success when it comes to buying your first truck. I understand most of these things look intimidating from the outside looking in, but if you actually do your research and you bring a certified mechanic with you, and then you will be one step ahead compared to a lot of people. And I think you will find success in this industry because it all comes down to having the correct knowledge. And hopefully this does help a lot of people out when it comes to buying their first truck. The first truck to finance is way harder than second truck. Like the first one I financed was a lot of paperwork, a lot of going back and forth with the bank and just getting financing on it, right? The second one, the one I'm looking at now, I'm already getting letters. I'm already getting calls from like BMO Bank and all of them telling me that if I want to buy a second truck, they already approved like the financing for it. I can just go out there and buy it. So again, the first truck is always the hardest to get. The second one will be much easier, and the third, fourth, once you build your credit, once you have money coming in, you can easily just grow your fleet that way. But if you guys have any questions, you can always message me on Instagram. And also, I talk a lot about this on my school academy, how to book loads, how to start your company, how to get all the paperwork for your authority. You can always check it out on my Trucker Success Academy. Hello?
Further shipping and receiving office, you're also to come inside and send your bill.
Okay, I'll be there. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. I see that when you are friend with sealed bills once you pull up here to the front.
Okay, pull up, right? He'll bring you the paperwork. Yesterday was a lot worse. Alright guys, just got loaded. The guy who was putting the seal on my trailer, he was complaining about how there's so much smoke in the air because of the Canadian wildfires. I was like, it's much better today, man. Yesterday was really bad. So right now the plan is I'm about to head back to the yard. It's about a 30-minute drive back. And another piece of advice for people who are looking to get into this industry, buy a truck, don't always settle for the first truck you've seen. Let's say you see a truck that's $70,000, 300,000 miles, and you just go buy it. That's not something you should do. You should go out there and look for more trucks and start comparing them, because one truck dealer might have it for $70,000, that truck. Another dealer might have it for like $60,000. So always compare and never try to rush when it comes to buying a truck. There is no standard pricing. Every dealer has a couple thousand up, couple thousand downs when it comes to pricing. So always compare. This truck right here, I got it for $78,000 after taxes and everything. I had to put $10,000 down. But this same truck, so around 280,000 miles, 2021 model, another dealer had it listed about the same, right? Miles and stuff. He had it listed for $90,000. So for me to go around for another month to start looking at other trucks with the same specs gave me almost a $12,000 discount. So that's something you want to do, is to always compare and never rush when it comes to buying equipment. And the most important thing, guys, I forgot to talk about is when you do go out there to go buy your first truck, most of these people out there will try to trick you into signing a lease rather than just you buying it or financing the truck, because they know that if you lease on, you will end up paying more for the truck compared to if you go like buy your truck, right? So just be very careful. There's a lot of scammers out there, a lot of people just trying to take advantage of you, especially being a first-time truck buyer, first-time trailer buyer. So always do your due diligence. Just please do your research, because when I went to go buy my truck for the first time, the dealer refused to sell it to me. Not the one I bought right now, but another dealer I went to, they refused to sell it to me. They're like, we'll give it to you if you lease on or you do lease purchase and stuff like that. I told them, man, if I do my numbers and it just doesn't make sense, I'll end up paying $25,000 more for the truck compared to if I just outright finance it. So don't fall for their tricks. do your research, run your numbers again and again until you are satisfied with the truck you're gonna purchase, and never rush. Like I always tell you guys. Right now I'm about to head to the yard. It's about 17 minutes away, and yeah, man, this load is heavy. So this is one of the first times in a long time I picked up a heavy load. It's 35,000 pounds. It's paying very good, $1,500 for 180 miles. So a very high paying load, but the fuel prices are going up, guys. I was looking at Mudflap and stuff. The fuel prices are slowly going up, but not that much. They're still around $4.25, 30 cents in Indiana. That's where I'm gonna fill up. Right now my tanks are close to half, so I don't need to fill up until tomorrow. So yeah, let's head back to the yard and then we'll go from there, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video. All right, guys, just got back to the yard. This load doesn't drop off until tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head home and then come back out tomorrow morning to go make this delivery. But again, if you guys have any questions with buying used equipment, buying new equipment, or either like trying to get in this industry, what you can do is you can either leave your comment below, you can message me on Instagram, and I'll try my best to help you out, because I understand there's so much confusion from people who are looking to get in this industry, because there's not a lot of information available on the internet, and if there is, it's all scattered out throughout the internet. So again, hopefully everybody liked watching this video. The weather is really hot today. I think it was like 100 degrees. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it a day. Right now it is 3 p.m. so I got to the yard around 11:30, made it to the shipper at 12 p.m. and I made it back here by 3. So it was a pretty easy day, about 4 hours of work. And again, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button if this is the type of content you want to watch, and like the video. And yeah, man, trucking industry is really good right now. Hopefully it stays like this, but you never know what the future might hold. The fuel prices are going up a little bit. That's from what I've seen on Mudflap, but it is really hot. So I'm gonna get in the car, turn up the AC, head home, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.